Hi guys, my name's Yvonne. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you've been here before, then welcome back. Well, in this video today, I am super excited to show you how to make this beanie with the word love in it. And it's using the waistcoat stitch, which looks like a knit stitch. In our Facebook group, they have been posting so many different words and all kinds of fun hats like this, and so I thought I would show you how to do this one. I did learn a few things along the way, so I will share those tips with you. And thank you to Diana for the graph and teaching me kind of how to do this, and also to Lynn, who helped me with the stitches as well and the graph. So let's go ahead, grab our materials and get started. All right, so the materials that we'll be using today are a number 5 bulky yarn. This one is by Loops and Thread Charisma. We're going to need a size L 8mm crochet hook. This one is Clover Amore. I love this brand. You need a pair of scissors and a yarn needle. If you are in the crochet group, then you probably already have the pattern. If you are not, go ahead and click the link below. You can get this pattern on my blog. If you'd like to join our group, that's great. If you don't do Facebook, then the link to my blog will be below. So go ahead, grab your materials, and let's get hooking. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with the slip knot. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to chain 6. So yarn over, draw it through. There's your first chain. Yarn over, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to single crochet in the second chain from your hook. This one does not count as a stitch, so count over 1 and 2. Insert your hook into that chain. Yarn over, draw up a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, go through both. And we're going to do this all the way down. Yarn over, go through both. Insert your hook, yarn over, draw it through, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, go through both. Okay, so we're just going to single crochet until we get to the end. And if you want your brim a little bit bigger, like I said, you can make your chains a little bit bigger. Okay, so now we're going to chain 1, turn our work. Now, what I do in the first and the last stitch, I go through both loops, and then the stitches in the middle, I go through the back loop only because for me, I think it gives it a nice clean edge on both sides. But you can go through the back loop through all of them if you'd like. Okay, so what I'm going to do, insert my hook under both, yarn over, bring it through, yarn over, go through both, and that's your first single crochet. The next 3 I'm going to back loop only, insert my hook, yarn over, draw it through, yarn over, go through both. Okay, we're going to be doing the same thing. Okay, and then the last one, go through both. Okay, now we're going to repeat this until I think I'm going to have 48 rows, and I will meet you here when I am done. All right, guys, so I am done with my brim. So now what we're going to do is bring the 2 ends together. I already chained 1, and we're going to slip stitch all the way down. Let me zoom in a little. And we're going to go under both loops here, and then under one over here, like that. Okay, so I'm going to have 5, it's 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to chain 1, I tighten that up, and then I go ahead and I make this the inside. And now we're going to be working round 1. All right, and we're going to do 52 single crochets evenly across the brim. Okay, so we want to do them loosely too. So go ahead and we're going to insert our hook like so. Yarn over, bring it through. Now this is the part that you want to stretch a little bit because you want this loose. Yarn over, go through both. Okay, just like that. And that's 2. And that's 3. And we're going to just do this till we have 52 stitches evenly across. Okay, I will meet you here when I am done. All right, so I am done with round 1. So let's move on to round 2. Now, if you downloaded the pattern off of my blog, then you have the correct pattern. If you downloaded this off of the crochet group, I did a revision. The only thing different is I took out the V-stitch, okay? Because basically all we're doing is a color change, okay? So you'll see what I mean in a minute. So the waistcoat stitch is basically a single crochet stitch. All we're going to be doing is putting it in a different location. Okay, so what I mean is normally you work your single crochets either through both loops or the back loop. This one we're going to be working in between the posts of the single crochet here. Okay, so let me show you. That's why it's important to work these loose. All right, because your hook will be going through the V-stitch here. Okay, so we're going to be putting our hook right here in between, like that. Bring the yarn through. Now pull up a little bit, yarn over, and then you're going to finish just like it's a single crochet. Okay, and that's why you want this loose. So we're going to do that again. Insert your hook in between like that. Yarn over, bring it through, pull up a little bit. Now we're going to do a color change. Okay, so get your new color and then finish your single crochet and pull it a little bit, not too tight. So now we're going to do that again. So insert your hook in between the 2 posts right there. Yarn over, bring it through, pull up a little bit. Now we're going to drop that color and we're going to finish with the main color. And I am working by carrying my yarn. It's going to be, we're going to carry the yarn all the way across our work, okay? So we're going to go ahead, pull that a little bit tighter, and right there. And then we're going to be doing 2 more in the main color and then 1 in the contrasting color. So that's going to be the pattern all the way around. So let's do that again. Insert your hook in between the posts like this. Bring up the yarn like that, pull up a little bit, yarn over, go through both. And do that again. Like this. Drop your main color. And I put that in the back, and I usually put this one in the front so it doesn't get tangled. And then finish it up. Pull a little bit of the main color, not too much. And then let's see. And this is all we're doing. Push that through. Pull up. Bring this color up front. And then bring in like that. And that's all we're doing all the way across. Now you're going to end up with 1 extra stitch. Your last color change will be right here. So just with your main color, you're going to finish it off in the main color. Okay, so go ahead and do your round 2 and I will meet you here at the end. All right, so I am done with round 2 and this is what I have. Okay, so round 3, we're going to be doing the waistcoat stitch again all the way across in the main color only. Now what I did, since on round 4 through 12 we're going to start using the graph, and our letters are going to start on stitch number 17. I carried this yarn all the way until like I think the 16th stitch, and then I dropped it, and you'll see why when we get to round 4. It just makes it easier to pick it up. So again, we're going to chain 1 and I'll work a few stitches with you, and all we're doing is inserting our hook in between the two posts like that, pulling up, yarn over, go through both. Okay, and then the next one, yarn over, go through both. And then you kind of start seeing that it's looking like a knit stitch. Oh, that's the wrong area right there. Okay, probably by the fourth row, then you can kind of, well, you can kind of see it now. But okay, so that's all we're doing, guys. So carrying the yarn just like that. So I will meet you here when I am done with round 3. All right, guys, so I am done with round 3, and this is what I have. So now we're going to be working rounds 4 through 12, and that is the graph. So let me bring that in so I can maybe explain it to you a little bit. Okay, so right here, this column right here, or this row with the numbers, this is representing the rounds. Okay, so we're reading it this way. Okay, and then here on the bottom, these numbers here is our stitch count. Okay, so for instance, round 4, we're going to be working with our main color for the first 16 stitches. Okay, then we're going to change colors and we're going to work the next 4 stitches in our contrasting color. So basically you're just counting over the squares. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to change to our main color and then work the next 3 stitches. And then here's our V, so we're working 1 in the contrasting color, changing, and then going to our main color for the next 4 stitches, and so on. Okay, so that's how we are working the graph. So then when you get here to your last one for the L in love, the next 16 stitches is going to be your main color. All right, so let's go ahead and let's do round 4 together. All right, so again, working in between your little stitches here, and see how there's that color. You can see the color where I'm carrying it over. Another tip here is what I try to do is I put my hook and I make sure that it goes underneath that red like that. Okay. Okay. Now there's gonna be some colors that kind of come through, but I carried my yarn, so you might want to pull a little bit and just go like that and pull the color just like this. So I try not to do it too tight. And let's see. And then sometimes it's going to get a little stiff, but there we go. See? I cinched it up. Okay. So now we're going to do the same thing. Again, inserting your hook. And then I'm going to go I'm going to go underneath that red. Like that. Make sure it's nice and loose. And there you go. So let's do this 16 more times. All right, so I am on the 16th stitch, so I'm going to pick up my contrasting color, and then we're going to work 4 stitches in the new color. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Drop this color, pick up the main color, and then we're going to work 3 stitches in the main color. So there's 1, and here's 2, and our 3rd. Drop that color, pick up the new one, pull that a little bit, and we're going to work just 1 stitch with that new color. Bring it forward, pick up the main color, and going along, reading the graph, we're going to do 4 more stitches in the main color. So here's 1, 2, 3, and our 4th. Drop that color, pick up the new color, and now we're working on the letter O. So we're going to do 2 stitches, and again I'm going underneath that color right there from the previous. We're trying to, let's see, get my hook in there. There we go. And then there's 1. And there's 2nd one. Drop that color. Okay, now we're going to do 2 more stitches in the main color. So there's 1 and 2. Drop the color. Bring in the new one. There you go. And we're going to be doing 4 more stitches in the new color. 1, and that's 2, 3, and 4. Drop that color. So that's the end of your L. So now what we're going to do is work our last stitches, which you should have 16 in the main color. Okay, and I'm carrying my yarn. I'm going to carry my yarn through the whole project. Okay, so we'll just do a few. There's 1 and 2. So I will meet you here when I'm done with my 16 stitches. Alright guys, so I am done with round 4, and now we're going to move on to round 5. Now this one we're going to start with 19 stitches in the main color. So again, we're just doing the same thing, just like this. I will meet you back when I have my 19 stitches done. Alright, so I am on the 19th stitch, so I'm going to drop the main color, pick up the new color, and I'm going to work 1 stitch, and then go ahead and pick up the main color again, and I will go through the rest of these stitches with you. Okay, so we're going to be doing 2 in the main color. So there's 1, and here's 2. Drop the color, pick up the new one, and then this is going to be 1, drop it, and then it's going to be 1 in the main, and then 1 again in your red. See, let's see, put it underneath. There you go. And then pick up the main color, and then you're going to do 2 stitches in the main color. 1 and 2. Whoop. And then you're going to pick this one up, and then you're going to do 1, and then bring back the main color, and you're going to do 2 more in the main color. There's 1 and 2. Bring in the red, and then you're going to do 1 in red. Let's see. There you go. And then pick up the main color. and then you're going to do 4 in the main color. And here's the 4th one. Drop that one, bring in the red, and you're going to do 1 in the red. Drop that one, and then the last 16 stitches are going to be the main color. All right, so that's all we're doing. So go ahead, follow the graph. I will meet you back here when I am done with round 12. All right, so I'm done with round 12 of the graph. So let's go ahead, turn our work. Look at that. How cute is that? All right, so let's go ahead on to round 13. And that one is going to be just doing the same color all the way around. There's going to be no color changes. And we are not going to carry the yarn for this round. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and chain 1. Let me zoom in. And we're just going to be doing this, what we've been doing. Okay, put your hook there. And this is all we're doing, guys. So same color all the way around, and I will meet you here at the end of round 13. All right, so I am done with round 13. So let's move on to round 14, which will be our last color change round. So the pattern is going to be 2 stitches in the main color and then 1 stitch in the contrasting color all the way around. So I will do a few with you. So there's 1. There's the second. Drop the color, bring in the new one, and that's all we're doing. So you're going to do that all the way around, and remember your last color change will be right here. So then in your last stitch you will put your main color. All right, so I am done with round 14. So now round 15, we are going to just be doing the main color all the way around. So just like this. All right, and I will meet you here at the end of round 15. All right, guys, so I am done with round 15. So now round 16 is a decrease round. So let's go ahead and let me show you what I did. So I'm going to insert my hook. We're still working inside of the post like we've been doing. So insert your hook like this, yarn over, bring it through, 2 loops on your hook, go into the next stitch, yarn over. Now you have 3 loops on your hook, bring this one through that loop, yarn over, and go through both. Okay, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull it through, go into the next stitch like that, yarn over, bring it through 1 loop, yarn over, go through 2. Okay, and this is all we're doing all the way across. Okay, yarn over, go through 2. Let's do one more. Insert your hook, yarn over, draw it through, go into the next stitch, yarn over, bring it through that loop, yarn over, go through 1 or both. All right, so we'll go ahead and keep decreasing, and I will meet you here at the end of round 16, and you will have 26 stitches. All right, guys, so I am done with round 16, and we got that little curve going up like this. And let's see, mine measures about 6 inches. So now round 17, 18, and 19, all we're going to be doing is working that same stitch for the next 3 rounds. Okay, so again, we're just going into these stitches right there in the little V's all the way around for 3 more rounds. So I will meet you here when I am done with my 3 rounds. All right, guys, so I am done working the last 3 rounds. So let's go ahead and we're going to snip off a long piece of yarn because we're going to sew the opening closed. So let's go ahead. This is what I did. Okay. Grab my yarn needle. And I won't have you guys watch me do the whole thing, but let me just show you kind of what I did. And I want a double strand of yarn. So I overlap that. And then I'm just going to just go in and out. You don't have to go through every one. Just like this. All right, and just continue to do this all the way around. Okay, and we're here at the end, so let's do one more. All right, and then you're going to go ahead and you're going to pull that tight like that. Okay, pull it tighter. And then what I did is I just worked a few stitches back and forth. Just to make sure it's nice and closed, and then you're going to go across. Just like that. And then I just go ahead and I put a little knot. And then we're going to snip that off. All right, so now let's flip this inside out. And there you go. So now all you got to do is add your pom-pom, which I already made mine in the two-tone colors. Attach that. I used the Clover extra large pom-pom maker. I will put all the links to everything that I used down in the description box below. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video tutorial. If you have not subscribed yet to my channel, go ahead and do so and click the little notification button so you'll be notified the next time when I make a video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and happy crocheting.